Well, now to this. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and today we want to talk about how substance abuse can impact our mental health. Joining the discussion is Diane Arms. She is with the Council on Recovery. Diane, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, how important is it to have a month dedicated to mental health awareness, in your opinion?
It's incredibly important. Mental health is still very much associated with a lot of shame and stigma, along with addiction and recovery services, and we just want to make sure that we're bringing light to individuals who may be suffering and be a beacon of hope for them.
You know, you usually hear, about depression, anxiety, but you really don't hear about substance abuse and mental health. Can you shed a little light on that?
Sure. Mental health and substance use now are the expectation to co-occur together, and they occur in an individual holistically. We can't forget that it's one person. And so 1 in 13 individuals have co-occurring disorders, but only about 40% of them get the help that they need. It's incredibly important to address both of them. Even if we don't address them at the same time, at least we're acknowledging they're happening in the same human.
So is it harder? Is it a bigger struggle? Like I'm trying to kind of cope here, kind of coincide these two ideas of substance abuse, because substance abuse you kind of don't have. I feel like there's a point where you no longer have a choice. And mental health plays into that as well. Yeah,
definitely. Well, we acknowledge that substance use actually is a chronic medical condition, so it should be treated just as so. Individuals who both have mental health and substance use disorders do have a more difficult time because there's not a lot of options for them for treatment. Sometimes, we don't even know what occurs first, the chicken or the egg. Did substance use impact mental health?
Yeah.
Or did mental health impact substance use?
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Now, with substance abuse, I drive around with my mom sometimes around town, and she's just like, oh, look at these people. They're being so lazy, but it's not, right? It's mental health or substance abuse or something in there that's playing a part.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely don't know people's circumstances and what leads them to have mental health issues or substance use. There is a genetic component. So we, again, like to say that it is a chronic condition, and we should treat
more empathetic.
Yes, and treat people with
dignity. We don't know everybody's story.
Exactly.
Now, let's go ahead and talk about boundaries, though, because if you have somebody with substance abuse in your family and they are suffering with mental health, what kind of boundaries should we set up for? Because obviously you don't want to keep engaging and kind of enabling the situation. So let's talk boundaries.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you bring up a good point. Substance use doesn't just impact the individual, it impacts the whole family. And the Council on Recovery is able to provide support to family members who are, seeking assistance because their loved one is suffering. But we just have to be coming from a place from empathy. We have to consider our own needs and our, our well-being as well, because we can't help someone if we're not full, right? They always say put the mask on, the oxygen mask on yourself first. But we're a great place to start for families who are seeking how to have those conversations with their family members, really talking about the behavior, not the character, and just providing a lot of empathy.
Is there a certain type of specialist or expert that we should be seeking out? Because obviously telehealth, I have telehealth. I go on there, I check in with my therapist every once in a while. Is there someone different that I should be looking out for, certain type of credential or anything like that?
Well, there are licensed chemical dependency counselors, but really at the council, we're trying to get everybody to understand that substance use doesn't occur in a vacuum. And so your physical care doctors should be asking you about your drinking patterns or drug usage. Even your OB-GYNs or your specialty doctors should be having those conversations with you. But if you really want to get an assessment or try to, screen and see where am I at on this, you can definitely call the Council on Recovery, and we can help walk you through that without judgment.
Okay, now if somebody, love that right there, without judgment. I think people don't ask for help because they think they're going to be judged.
Yes.
But that's not the case. People honestly do love each other and just want to help each other out. Okay, so we're under 15 seconds. I want to make sure everybody knows how to get a hold of you. So what can they type in? What do they dial?
Yeah, 713-942-4100. You can give us a call. We also have a chat bot on our website, which is councilonrecovery.org. And we even have a form that people can fill out for themselves or someone they love to get the help they need.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate all the information. Thank you.
Thank you.